Lisa.
And I'm Vincent. And we're celebrating our 5th anniversary! Yeah, so we are excited to be celebrating our 5th anniversary. And we're definitely going through some back roads, which is not the most comforting thing, especially going through Alabama. But, you know, it is what it is. But it is now raining, so I am going to pay attention to the road.
Check back in soon. Seeing some nice farmland out here, the big fields of grass and cows. Just peaceful scenery as we're traveling to Destin. We're still going through Alabama right now, so that's what we're seeing, all this farmland out here. Not too much traffic going this way.
They're doing construction on this road, and this I have never seen before. They've replaced the stop and slow sign holder with an actual red light, which is pretty neat. Well, not neat. They should still have their jobs. But it's interesting. I guess someone's watching the video on both ends and will tell us when we can go. Yeah. So here we wait.
Going across the bridge towards Destin. See the water.
The Clyde B. Wells Bridge.
Here we go. Water on both sides.
All right, so it is our first morning here in Destin, and we are getting ready to start our activities. The first thing that we're going to do is a boat ride to Crab Island. We've obviously never been, and funny thing about Destin, I love Destin. I've been here multiple times. Lisa has not been to Destin. We're both from Florida, and so I don't know how that happened, but we're looking forward to actually getting on the water. I'm going to be driving a boat. We're going to go out to Crab Island. Hopefully it warms up because it is a little cold this morning. But either way, we're going to get out and have a good time. So we're going to bring you all with us. It's cold out today. It's like 69 degrees. But you know, you gotta book it when you gotta book it.
The sun is out.
Yes, the sun is out, and so we're here, and we wanted to come here to see what it's all about. What's so special about Crab Island is it's in the middle of the bay. I don't know the name of the bay. We'll put it down. But it's in the middle of the bay, and the water is very shallow, so you can stand in the water and just have a good time. But you have to get out here by boat. You can't walk out here, and so you'll see there's a bridge and everything, right? And so we're celebrating our 5th anniversary, which we are extremely excited about. We've been together, so love is easy when you're in love. So one of the things we wanted to do was have a little charcuterie experience out here on the water. And we couldn't find the ones that we usually get from Publix, so we had to go with these little things. So that's what we're going to do right now. We're going to enjoy our charcuterie. Yeah. All right.
Heading back from Crab Island.
Yeah, we had a good time, even though it was cold out. We eventually got in the water and enjoyed it. Yeah, this must be right. Sorry, I'm trying to obey
The voting
the
rules.
voting. These signs are supposed to be on the right of this. So doing that. Anyway, yeah, we had a good time out there. We're heading back. We wanted to kind of explore some other areas, but I don't know. I have no clue where I'm going. All I know is
Going
that
that
way
way.
is to take the boat back. So
We're gonna let Vincent focus on what he's doing. But we've had a good time. We were in the water maybe 10 minutes,
yeah,
and that's probably stretching it.
out of the 4 hours we were out here.
But we enjoy just laying out, looking at the scenery, getting some sun on us, just enjoying each other on our anniversary trip. And yeah, we've had a good time. We're gonna head back towards the shore and see what we can get for lunch, and we'll check back in later.
Alright, so we got the Back Porch oysters. Lisa, have you had oysters before?
No, well, actually, yes, in a soup, but I don't remember them at all.
So I had oysters, but it's not something I regularly eat. So we're gonna see how this tastes. We're sitting at the Back Porch restaurant where we have an ocean view, which is really nice. So we're gonna enjoy our meal.
It's just the oyster.
So it's oyster, crab, spinach, and cheese.
Cream cheese.
Cream cheese.
And cheese, other cheese.
And other cheese. Loaded
It's
with
cheesy.
mozzarella.
Okay, bite or do the whole thing. It's not too hot.
Alright, so I ordered the stuffed shrimp that has crab meat in it, mashed potatoes, and it comes with this corn salsa stuff. Lisa got the
Grouper Destin. It's blackened grouper.
blackened grouper,
And mashed potatoes and corn medley also.
and you have shrimp on top of the blackened grouper. We're still working through this. It's good. It just has a lot of flavors. Like, for me, too many flavors in one bite. What did you think?
I like them. I think it's a, deep dive into oyster flavor. With cheese and the spinach taste I can deal with, but I've been eating it in multiple bites instead of the whole thing.
Awesome. All right, we're gonna enjoy our lunch. So
we just left the Back Porch restaurant for lunch. It's a very popular place. We saw it in a lot of our online research and people's videos on YouTube, and just somewhere that has a big name around here. I got the grouper Destin and Vincent got the stuffed shrimp. We also got the Back Porch oysters. I think that what had the most flavor was probably the oysters.
too many flavors in my
Too many flavors. we hadn't had oysters in a long time, basically kind of a first time. So I don't remember the first time I had them as a kid, but anyway, those had a lot of flavors. Our entrees, not so much. They were lacking in flavor. Could have used
Something.
a lot.
You know, and we're originally from Florida, so we know seafood. This is right by the water, so we expected to have really good seafood. And you can tell it was fresh. The seafood definitely tastes fresh, but it was not. It just it's missing.
It needed more seasoning. Then the salt shakers on our table were obviously not have been used in a while and were hard as a rock, so that didn't work out. Both of our dishes came with a beurre blanc sauce, which is supposed to be kind of a white butter sauce. It seemed like it was very diluted. It wasn't a whole lot of butter going on or flavors there. It was just a little splash. If I didn't have my lemon juice on top, I don't know how much flavor I would have had in the whole meal, which is interesting because I got the blackened grouper, and a lot of times that has, a lot of flavors going on. There was a bit of spice. I could taste the pepper. But as far as salt or tasting more of that fat, whatever it's oil or butter, that was not there for either of us. So, lots of hype. In our opinion, it didn't live up to the hype for us today. I don't know if it's what we ordered or we came on the wrong day, or maybe in the deep of the summertime it's better. I don't know. But that wasn't it today.
Nope, not at all.
And it was pricey.
Very
So,
pricey.
they are right on the beach and, very popular. So I think that obviously goes into the pricing. But with that, one would expect that flavor to hit, and that didn't happen for us.
Yeah, every entree started like $30 plus, except for some of the sandwiches. They were in the $20 range, but everything else was over $30, and it just, it was lacking. But, oh well.
Yeah, but we're trying different places and local places, and we definitely want to try a few that we had heard about. There are a couple others on our list that we may or may not get to on this trip, but that one we've tried, and that's got our lower end of the rating so far. And we'll see what the other restaurants are like that we go to. We're heading back to our room for a little bit to kind of freshen up. We're going back on the water tonight for a sunset cruise for dolphin sightseeing and enjoying the water at night as the sun goes down. And so we're going back to our room, and we'll check back in once we're on the way there.
All right, so let me tell you all about this place that we're staying. We booked this Airbnb like a day or two before we decided to come up here, before we were coming up here. And it looks nice. The room is amazing. The entire resort that we're in is nice. It has its own private beach, and it has 2 pools that we have access to. It has multiple restaurants in the area, in the resort area. It has a gym, all this good stuff that you should expect in a resort. But the room we have, so we rented the studio part of this, I guess, apartment or condo. And then there's another part that's like a 2-bedroom piece that can be rented separately. There's a door in the middle, like a hotel, where you have the rooms that are connected but blocked off by a door. So there's a door there, and we're on the side. That's just the studio side. And so whoever's renting the other side, I guess they can't sleep without the TV being off. Excuse me. They can't sleep without TV being off. So, on. So, all night long, they had the TV on full volume all night long.
Yeah, we all know people who sleep with the TV on, and lots of times as you get sleepy, you'll turn it down, and I don't understand how they slept through that, because they definitely had it at a high volume that you would have during the day when you're up and full of energy. And so we heard that through our wall throughout most of the night. And then this morning, I guess when they woke up, that's when they turned it off.
They finally turned the TV off. Like, come on.
We were about to head out the door, and they finally turned the TV off. But it was loud all night.
So I'm a little sleepy because, one, I had to drive 5 hours yesterday, 5-6 hours, however long it is. Then we get there, they were making noise as soon as we got there. We're like, oh, okay, whatever. It's during the day, we should expect it. But at night, and then they calmed down around 10 o'clock, which was perfect, right? But then we heard the movie going all night long. And around 4:30, some musical came on.
They were watching Dirty Dancing, right? Because I recognized the songs, and I could hear most of the cast talking. And that movie has a lot of songs in it, and that was just so loud. It's a loud movie, and they had it turned up already.
So it's like a party going on at 4:30 in the morning.
Yeah, so we were up earlier than we wanted to be today.
So if that happens tonight, we're calling the resort security to come knock on their door at 2 o'clock in the morning, waking them up, and tell them to stop waking everybody else up.
Yeah, it's like, you try not to be those people who are ratting people out, but it's just ridiculous where if you can't sleep, you don't really have a choice. And they should have some, decency to know that they're being loud, because I know it's loud in the room, let alone through the wall. So we'll see how that goes. Maybe tonight will be a calmer night. Maybe they got tired out and they'll chill out tonight, but we'll see.
All right, y'all. So we are out here in the bay enjoying the sunset cruise. This has been an amazing cruise. We're going to throw in lots of footage for you all to see if you haven't seen it already.
We saw so many dolphins jumping, and we went all through the bay, and we're just enjoying the music.
Babe, what's the name of this company?
AJ's.
AJ Sunset Tours. Book AJ Sunset Tours. They are amazing. We had an amazing time. And we highly, highly encourage that you all book your sunset tours with them in Destin, Florida.
From the band element, that is his home there. So over here to our right-hand side, this area over here, that is all known as Holiday Auto. Now, Dr. Selma, I really like this as well. That one star.
So we just left AJ's where we did our sunset dolphin tour, and that was amazing.
5-star review. If we could give 10, we would. The best experience so far in Destin.
Yeah, they were great. We enjoyed our time on the boat earlier, just, you know, quality time, the two of us. And tonight we want to do something kind of fun that was still giving us the kind of one-on-one time, but it was in a fun atmosphere. So the dolphin tour was really fun. They play music and they do little games and things like that with you on the boat. And they made sure we went to all the right spots to see dolphins. We saw them jumping and doing all kinds of things that dolphins do. And so it was definitely worthwhile. The tickets that we paid, we definitely saw dolphins far away, up close, doing all kind of stuff.
Yeah, ask for when you book your trip. I mean, most people book it online, but you know, if you get here, you're like, oh, we should go to AJ's and do a sunset dolphin tour. Ask for the tour with Blake and Cody. It doesn't matter what tour it is. Ask for the tour with Blake and Cody. They are amazing hosts. They work for AJ's. They were the driver and the server. They provide you 2 free drinks, alcoholic drinks for adults. And they also provide water and soda for the kids and or adults. And so 2 free drinks. So come enjoy this experience. I mean, it was amazing. The kids get to drive the boat for a short distance, blow the horn and take a picture. If some adults were allowed to do it also, even though it's not designed for them, they went and got in the line anyway.
Yeah.
But I mean, we had an amazing time on the sunset tour, sunset dolphin tour through
With
AJ's, which is also a restaurant. They also give you a 10% discount on your meal or your gift shop purchase once you do the dolphin tour. And so, you know, amazing company. We highly, highly, highly recommend them. Brian, was it Brian?
Huh?
Brian and Cody?
Cody and Blake.
Cody and Blake. Cody and Blake. Ask for them because they did an amazing tour with us.
Definitely. We had a great time, and we're gonna wind it down for the night after a full day. It's dark outside now, so we spent pretty much the whole day out doing activities. So we're gonna wind down, and then tomorrow we'll do a little bit more.
All right, so we are at AJ's seafood restaurant for lunch today on our actual anniversary. So I got this lunch shrimp basket. It looks amazing. We have hush puppies, fries, and shrimp, coleslaw, and I guess tartar sauce, which I never eat. Oh, cocktail sauce, whatever. And Lisa, what did you get?
I got the lunch special salad, which is scallops, strawberries, pecans, some Parmesan cheese, bacon, and this balsamic vinaigrette dressing. It looks really good. When I dig into my salads, I can savor them for dinner still, but this looks really good, so I'm excited to try it.
All right, we'll let you all know how it tastes.
So we just left AJ's restaurant, and the food was definitely worth it this time.
Yeah, much better, much better.
We liked it a lot better than the Back Porch for our lunch. I just had, you know, the salad with scallops and all of that, but it was very flavorful. Everything had the fresh taste, but it was still seasoned and everything was good.
Yeah, and I had the lunch shrimp basket, so fried shrimp with hush puppies and fries and coleslaw, which I don't eat, and
it was just a little
whatever that sauce was. Tartar sauce? No.
Cocktail sauce. That's the red one.
And so that was really good also. I mean, simple, but it tastes well, and so it tastes really good. So yeah, so we highly recommend AJ's. A lot cheaper, a whole lot cheaper. I mean, it was lunch. We had lunch. Yeah, that was lunch too. So yeah, a whole lot cheaper, and it tastes so much better. Amazing vibe. You get to sit right by the water and hear music. They have a live band, all that good stuff. So yeah, check AJ's out. AJ's was good to us for the sunset tour, and they were good to us for lunch also. So
yeah, and they give you a little coupon for
your. Did we give them that?
We forgot to use it. Well, they give you a little 10% off to eat or buy something from the gift shop when you do the dolphin tour. So we got the cards. I guess we'll use it next time we eat there.
Yeah.
But that's something to consider. If you want to do a dolphin tour, then you'll get a little bit off of your meal. And then they have a little gift shop there on the outside for you to pick up little souvenirs. So all around, AJ's is looking like a place we'll return to whenever we're in the Destin area. So we're gonna get back out and walk around the Harborwalk area. It's really windy today. The temperature's lower, so we're glad we did most of our water excursions yesterday when it was warmer. And so now we'll do kind of some on-land stuff around the Harborwalk. So stay tuned. So we're heading out to dinner. We're gonna go to Louisiana Lagniappe. That's another popular restaurant. So we're gonna try them for dinner. Vincent's gonna take us there, as he's been doing the whole trip. He's our driver. Well, you know, he's a good driver. So we're gonna check them out and we'll see how the food is there. Tell you what we think. Okay, so it's our last day in Destin. I'm out here on the balcony this morning with my coffee. We have an early morning because we're trying to get out of here and have a couple of things we want to get into before we leave town, but we've had a great time so far. We didn't tell you our thoughts on the restaurant last night. Louisiana Lagniappe, it was so delicious. Like, it was worth the wait. We had to wait about 45 minutes or so for our table, but once we got our food, everything was just delicious. It was Vincent's first time in a while having grouper, and he got the grouper Louisiana, which was great. They topped that with some lump crab meat, and it was a grilled piece of grouper underneath, and that was just perfection. They had a little splash of lemon there with the butter, and it was just great. We both had the twice baked potato on the side, and there was so much flavor in that, from the bacon to the cheese to the chives. Everything would just work together, and it wasn't an overload. You know, sometimes baked potatoes, they make them all greasy and all that. It was just perfect. And I had the grouper Kevin is the name of the dish, and that comes with some shrimp and a really flavorful mushroom sauce over some rice, and then 2 pieces of pan-fried grouper, and that was just delicious as well. The grouper I had at the Back Porch, like I said, I was pretty disappointed in that one, but the one I had at Louisiana Lagniappe was just amazing. And that was just great flavors. They give you a lot in that dish, the grouper Kevin, so even if you're, you know, not that hungry, you'll definitely have a whole lot to take back with you if that's what you order. But we enjoyed it so much. Salad was great, the hush puppies tasted good, and just everything that they give you was just great. So definitely stop there, give them a try for lunch or for dinner. It got pretty busy around dinner time, but you know, like we said, it's worth the wait. So whatever time you want to go, we definitely recommend that. That was great. I'll give you one last look at our balcony view on our last morning, and then we'll head out. So we are making our way back to Georgia from Destin. We had a great time in Destin. We did a lot of the activities we wanted to do. We tried the restaurants we wanted to try. And so we're gonna make our way back home and get some much needed rest, especially for Vincent being our driver the whole time. Our last day was very interesting. We ended the day with something we didn't expect to do, but we just kind of fell into it.
Yeah, we did a timeshare presentation. And so yesterday when we were walking on the harbor, some guy was like, hey, you want to go on a vacation for $75? We're like, sure. And so we ended up getting signed up for this timeshare presentation that we had to sit through in order to get the vacation, which is for like 7 days or something.
Yeah.
And so it was supposed to be a 2-hour presentation. We were like, okay, well, we've never done this before. Might as well go see what it's all about, see what they have to offer. And we went through it, and it was really interesting. They sold it so well that I was like, this is something we should actually consider. And so essentially it's not like the same timeshares that we've known of the past, where you basically own a condo or an apartment and you go to that same place every year, but you own it with 50 other people who also go to that same place every year. And so you're fighting for space and opportunity to actually go there. Instead, with this one, they basically sell you points. And so you buy a certain amount of points, let's say 400,000 points, and you pay one flat fee. It's a pretty large fee, but you pay one flat fee to get 400,000 points every single year for the rest of your life. So for example, I think if they were offering us like 300,000 points for $20,000. Anyway, 300,000 points for $20,000 plus an annual maintenance fee, which was like $800 a year, right? And you can finance the $20,000, or you can pay it all in cash, whatever works for you. But they pay you that for the rest of your life. They pay you those points for the rest of your life, and 300,000 points gets you about 20 days of vacation at one of their resorts, or multiple of their resorts, anywhere in the U.S. And then they partner with some other company that does some international ones. And so it sounded really good, right? We weren't going to do that right now. I mean, we just bought a house, but yeah, it was an interesting little presentation that we sat through.
Yeah, we got a lot of detailed information, and it's something we were like, a year or two we might consider something like this, because we want to increase our traveling, and there's so many places we want to go in the States and internationally. And so it was, really cool and different idea of thinking about what you would think when you hear timeshare. It's not one property, you can go wherever you want. And it's so flexible is what we liked. But like we said, we're not ready to jump into something like that right now. But it's cool to know things like that are out there, for us to be able to travel a little bit more in more flexible ways than traditionally what we've done. So that was very interesting.
Yeah, and it was through Wyndham Club.
Yeah, Wyndham.
So Wyndham Hotels, they have, which their hotels are, usually known as some of the lower quality hotels, but their resorts look amazing.
Yeah.
And we actually got to walk through the resort that was in Destin. We got to see their club rooms, which they offer you like either studio or 1-bedroom or 2-bedroom suites, which come with a full kitchen and all the amazing views and such. And so, yeah, they have some nicer properties. But yeah, we were pleasantly surprised that we somehow ended up in the middle of a timeshare presentation.
Yeah, so that was interesting. It was a group thing, so there were, several little families, maybe like 6 different groups, and we each had to sit through our own little presentation with one of their representatives. Then there was a group presentation, then there was more individual person telling us information. So we ended up, like Vincent said, being there 3 hours. And so by the time we left, we knew absolutely everything about the program. and it was a lot to take in, and we finally made our way out. But it was interesting, a funny way to end the trip. And I think our last stop, we just gassed up, went by the outlet mall very quickly. We had to get out of town so we could make this long drive back home. But we had a great time. The 2 of the 3 restaurants we tried, we liked, especially the one last night. And so it's definitely a spot we'll think about coming back to in the future.
For sure.
Yeah, and we're glad to be making our way back home. We had a great anniversary trip together.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us. We hope that you all enjoyed the experience virtually as much as we enjoyed the experience in person. If you've never visited Destin before, add it to your list. It is an amazing place to visit. The beaches are the best, I mean the absolute best in all of Florida, right? Like Miami beaches have nothing on Destin and the Emerald Coast, as they call it. And so come up to Destin if you haven't had the opportunity to do so.
Definitely. Thanks for joining us on our anniversary trip, and we'll see you in our next video.
All right, peace.